Hey everybody, so before the video begins, I would like to announce two things. One, I'm going to be using a different microphone for this video because I'm very tired and I want to get these lines over with. And the second thing I want to talk about is my song, the 808 tune, which I released last year, is now available on iTunes and Google Play and Spotify and other platforms. And with all of that said, let's get right into the video. What if I told you that there was a YouTube channel that was putting people at risk? A YouTube channel that presents itself as a do-it-yourself project, but yet fails to tell you to not try this stuff at home. Today, we're going to be discussing the dark and dangerous side of 5-minute crafts. Oh boy, this is going to be a fun episode. At this point, I'm pretty sure every single one of you, and even those from fucking Mars, have talked about 5-minute crafts before. At this point, they're quite literally the bottom of the hot glue gun barrel. And while I don't have much to talk about them when it comes to their lame and very pathetic DIYs, there is one thing about them that nobody has either discussed or had a problem with until now. While I could just easily make a video about their terrible DIYs and how they don't really help anybody at all, what I instead want to talk about is their dangerous side, their tutorials that have either harmed somebody or could be harmful or have actually caused somebody to get very seriously injured. But before we could begin all of that, I would like to notify you all that about 70-80% of people that watch my videos aren't yet subscribed. So if you are one of those people, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to see more content like this. Also, as it turns out, YouTube has this bug where people start to unsubscribe for channels that they subscribe to. So if you subscribed to this channel before and you for some reason got unsubscribed, make sure you go and fix that. And so, with all of that said, let's dive right into what could honestly be one of the most requested topics I have ever discussed. So, as many of you know, 5-Minute Crafts is a terrible DIY YouTube channel that likes to create life hacks and DIYs and tutorials that don't really help you in your everyday life. But that's not even the saddest part already. The saddest part is the fact that they now have over 60 million subscribers. I'm legitimately speechless. I can't really say anything about that. Now, I think some of you are going to be probably asking, how are their tutorials dangerous? How are they harming people without doing anything about it? Well, let me explain. One of their, by far, most infamous tutorials that they ever made was a tutorial about how to make a popcorn popper using a soda can. Just me saying that alone sounds like a mix between okay and dangerous, but the story that goes behind it is even more tragic. Now, in 5-Minute Crafts' defense, they didn't actually cause this, but what they are teaching on their channel has had a consequence before. In September of last year, some articles were popping up regarding these two Chinese kids who were attempting to do a soda can, pop can, but unfortunately the can exploded in front of them, with both of them suffering severe burns. While the younger one managed to scrape by, unfortunately the older one wasn't so lucky. After the incident, people were starting to believe that they were imitating a tutorial that was on the YouTube channel Miss Yeah. And not only did she break her silence, but she mentioned about the fact that what they were doing is actually very different compared to what she did in her video, as in her video she was using a teapot warmer while they were using alcohol, and what they were doing could date all the way back to 2016. In fact, this teapot warmer method, according to her, is actually the safest method to make this little life hack, which can definitely explain a lot. So now that we know all this, let's go back to 5-Minute Crafts' tutorial on how to make this popcorn maker, and it looks like what they're using is just multiple candles in a very concerningly same fashion as the mechanisms that what the kids were doing when it exploded in front of them. I know they're not using alcohol, but still what they are doing looks just about the same thing as what those kids were doing. As far as I can tell, this tutorial is not on their YouTube channel anymore, and I think that's probably for the best, but still, it was very scummy that they made it. Whoa. As it turns out, the only source for this specific video of them doing the popcorn soda was from their Facebook, and apparently people were saying that this was a fake video from Facebook that was a parody or a ripoff of 5-Minute Crafts. It might be a false memory of mine, but I could have remembered seeing this video on 5 Minute Crafts' YouTube channel, and since this is an example of how these DIYs can be dangerous, I still decided to put this in the video. And like I did said, it wasn't anything 5 Minute Crafts had done to cause the incident of those Chinese kids I was talking about a moment ago. So with that said, back to the video. And even then, this tutorial is very pointless. You might as well just buy yourself an actual popcorn maker while you're at it. They had no reason to make this tutorial at all. And speaking of which, one of the things that really makes 5 Minute Crafts even more scummy now than ever is the fact that they don't have any warning signs. Nothing in their videos says to not try this at home. They are encouraging people to make these tutorials, to make these crafts that can actually cause somebody pain. And speaking of pain, another tutorial that they have on their YouTube channel is to heal a burn spot on your hand using toothpaste. Toothpaste. The one thing that medical professionals are telling you not to do that can actually cause even more pain and even infections, they decide to make a tutorial about anyway. What the f***? Is this even legal? Is this allowed on YouTube? How are they getting away with this? And while we are on the topic of burns, very clever segue there, if you ever look at any 5 Minute Crafts tutorials that involve cooking, one of the main utilities that they use is a microwave. I know they have used an oven here and there, but most of the time, you'll see a microwave tutorial. Now, some of these microwave times are very understandable. Some of them 60 seconds, some of them 2 to 3 minutes. They are very accurate to what some things need to be cooked in the microwave. However, there was one microwave timer that really concerned me, and I first saw it in How to Cook That's video. I have to give a big thank you to How to Cook That for being the source for some of these tutorials that 5 Minute Crafts have made. If it wasn't for her, this video wouldn't really exist. So one of 5 Minute Crafts' tutorials was putting marshmallows and eggs in a milk carton to make a marshmallow pudding. Now, when you're thinking of cooking something, what timer do you think that they should be set for when it comes to putting them in a microwave? Probably about 1 minute, 2 to 3 minutes? Well, to be honest, I don't honestly know, but any of those I just said would be more realistic than 10 minutes. 10 minutes in the microwave. That is fucking stupid. The only time something like that would take that long is if they were put in an oven, not in a fucking microwave. How to Cook That was also brave enough to do this tutorial for our sake and actually put it in the microwave for 10 minutes, and it came out not only smoking, but smelling really horrible, according to her. Also, while we're on the topic of How to Cook That, she also exposed the fact that in one of their milk carton tutorial videos where they put it in the microwave for 4 minutes, you can clearly tell that they cut the milk carton in half. So not only are they risking people's lives, but they are also faking it too. How is this even remotely legal? How is this allowed on YouTube? And how did some of these videos even get on the fucking trending page? Unfortunately, I don't have any photos of it, but 5 Minute Crafts have indeed gotten on the trending page before. Even though not only are their DIYs lame, pathetic, and pretty much useless, but they are also dangerous and fake as well. But that's not even all they did. They've also taught people to put soap in microwaves without even reading any instructions on whether or not they are microwave safe. Taught people to use some kind of dishwashing soap and put it on the floor and treat it as a DIY treadmill to break your neck. And the dozens and dozens of hot glue gun tutorials I've seen, even though hot glue guns are pretty dangerous when it comes to temperature and can not only burn you and cause damage to your property, but 5 Minute Crafts have no safety recollections on these tutorials at all. Not one time do they say that these tutorials need to be done by an adult or professional. Post-production update, as it turns out, there seems to be a little glimpse of hope. The soap one I was telling you about actually does have a disclaimer at the end of the video, where it says this was performed by soap professionals. Do not try this at home. Although it is very contradictory because the video that this clip is in is called 31 Amazing Hacks You Should Try. So because of that, my point still stands. Or better yet, should be done by neither, because not only are these tutorials useless, but they are some of the most dangerous tutorials and life hacks I have ever seen in my life. What 5 Minute Crafts is doing is dangerous. They don't have any safety measures at all. They don't have any disclaimers, and they are teaching people these things. I don't care if these videos are seen as just for fun and nobody's gonna actually do them. Somebody could actually do them. It's the internet. I'm really hoping that what 5-Minute Crafts are doing right now will be put to an end soon, because what they are doing is incredibly dangerous. Especially if they are gonna teach people tutorials that have actually caused not only pain, but also somebody to lose their life. But I have to hear what you think. What are your thoughts on 5-Minute Crafts? What are your thoughts on their tutorials? Do you think they are dangerous? Tell me in the comments. And if you have any other suggestions for what you want me to talk about next, and if you have any friend anything wants to submit to me, you can submit them all via Twitter, Discord, or in the comment section below. And if you did enjoy this video, hit the like button, and if you're new, the subscribe button, and the notification bell, so you'll be notified whenever I upload a video. And if you want to support me even further, you could go over to my Teespring page, which will be in the description below. That's teespring.com/store/DanielTG. And before I go and lead people to think that I'm not going to upload another video for an entire month, I just want to say, I'm back. I've been very hesitant on uploading something because I'm afraid, this new audience isn't really going to enjoy it, but of course, that's not really the case. And I have to thank you all for supporting my channel for so long. So, thanks to you all, I'm finally back, and I'm going to try to upload once a week or something. If not, then 2 weeks tops. I've been very unscheduled lately, and it's probably for a good reason. I just want to be able to experiment more with my videos and do certain styles with them, like what I've done with the logos video. That one was really fun, and even the Billie Eilish video, that one was also a lot of fun to make. I want to be able to do those style of videos a lot, and I also want to be able to go back to Nintendo news videos. I've been wanting to do one, but I just couldn't get myself up to do it. So I have to thank you all for supporting this channel and helping me get to where I am now and becoming a more experimental person and reinventing myself and all that. It's been so much fun. I love doing it. And so with all that said, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
So it's supposed to be a 5-minute craft, not a one-day craft. I've been lied to.